Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to clean a carburetors. The things you will need is a screwdriver, a bread tie, and a pair of pliers. And a good screwdriver so you don't strip the screws because they strip easily. They strip fairly easy. This carburetor I'm working on here only has 2 screws. A lot of them have 3, some of them have 4, but this one happens to only have 2 screws. Just make sure you don't lose the screws. Got them 2 bolts out. Then you pop your cover off, and your bolt off, it comes right off easily. Set that out of the way. Okay. Then you want to pull your little rod out. Your little rod. Don't lose that. It floats. Your little needle valve. This is where your pliers come in handy. You want to take this one off and this one off. And then this top one is a little flathead. So you're going to need a flathead as well. Which I happen to have one. And if you can't remember very well, take each one of these out one by one. Clean it, put it back in, go to the next one, so you don't forget where they go. Now when you pull it out, there's a bunch of little holes into these. You can't really see them on camera. It's going to be way too hard to see the little holes, but there are. Well, you want to clean every one of them with your bread tie. Poke your bread tie completely through. See, like so. Bread tie all the way through. If you can see it. Make sure you get every hole. And then I would recommend spraying it out with carb cleaner outside of your house though. I am indoors right now, so I'm not going to spray it out on the video, but I'll go outside and spray all the parts after I've done and cleaned them up. Guaranteed, you clean it like this, and you spray it with carb cleaner, you put it back together, your four-wheeler or dirt bike will run. And will run way better than it ever did before. You can always blow through them too, it will not hurt them. That always helps a little bit to get dust and little gunk out of them. Well, that's where the pliers come in handy for that. Because see, there's a big one. It's bigger than the last one. As you can see, there's a massive hole in the center. make sure you put that little screw, that real small one, itty bitty. That one goes onto the top of that one long one. Tighten her down. You don't have to tighten it too much because they will strip out because they are copper, so they'll break easily, fairly easily. You do not want to break them. Drop this into the little hole right there. Then you take your floats and you put them onto there. Just like that. You want the tab facing down. And then this slides right into there to hold your floats on. And as you can see, floats working nicely. They move up and down. You're welcome to do that with yours. Make sure everything's working good, and you can see your needle valve going up and down. That means your gas will get into your carburetor. If it's not working, I say take it back apart and clean it. And then put your bolts back in. Now these bolts that you're putting in, you want to make sure you have them pretty tight. Because if not, your carburetor will leak. You don't want your carburetor leaking. So just make sure you get them snug. And if you're the one that has the 4 bolts on your carb, I recommend you crossing them. Like you tighten one down, and you'll skip over to the top one and tighten that one down, skip back down to the bottom one, tighten that one, skip back up to the top, tighten that one. Vice versa till you get all 4 tight, and then make sure they're really tight. And that's it. Your carb is done. You're clean, ready to put it back on your 4-wheeler. Hope you liked that video. Smash that subscribe button and like button. Comment below.